Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to educate you on mental health resources. And this particular article that I'm going to cite in the description to the video has to do with Pinellas County. It's their Florida Department of Health. And I wanted to just give a shout out to them because they posted their resources for people who are dealing with mental health issues. And it even says here, mental health includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act, and helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health lays the foundation for positive growth. Mental health not only affects an individual, it also impacts families and communities. So great, I'm making this announcement, I'm sharing this with you, but the reason I'm doing this is not only to, say thank you to the folks of Pinellas County, but more importantly, to educate you on being careful not to end up sucked into Florida's broken mental health system via the Baker Act. They give some resources, they give some suggestions like getting professional help and staying active and things of that nature. They also, there's a link in the article to various different resources like 211 and 988, really great stuff. So I appreciate them sharing this. I'll put the link in there so that if you need this, you can have access to it. I would imagine in the county that you live in, there's probably similar resources. So this is real gold. But I want to circle back to the Baker Act. And the reason I do that is because a number of reasons. One, I've had a family member Baker Acted, and I was there when it happened, and it's not a particularly good feeling. It's you feel powerless, and I've been practicing 32 years here in the state of Florida, and I'm going to tell you, I felt powerless, and it's traumatic for the family and also the patient. But over the years, I think we've represented 700-800 of families that have had loved ones Baker Acted. We've also spoken to thousands of other families that didn't decide to retain counsel. Some of them got lucky, their loved ones got let out. Others, unfortunately, didn't get so lucky and their loved one got stuck for a significant period of time. We've also had families who had a loved one that was physically, sexually assaulted in facilities. So I want you to be really careful with the Baker Act. During COVID, people couldn't get in to see their practitioners, their clinicians, their general, their doctors. And so they started to call things like 211 and 911. And they started showing up in emergency rooms and Baker Act facilities, and before they knew it, they were getting sucked into the mental health system and couldn't get out. And the reason they couldn't get out is because nobody actually knows that you're there when you get Baker Acted. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's how it works, right? If you get arrested here in the state of Florida, if you get taken to the county jail, if you can't post the scheduled bond, because there's a list of offenses and the bonds that go with them, so you could theoretically get somebody to bond you out. If you can't bond out for whatever reason, or maybe it's just a non-bondable offense like domestic violence, you get to see a judge within 24 hours. And the judge addresses, was it a legal arrest? You have a right to counsel and to make sure that you get out, but come back to court when we need you to come back. And if there's a victim in the case, that you potentially stay away from that victim. You get Baker Acted, and then that doesn't happen. There's no oversight, no judge watching, not even if it was a judge that ordered the police to come pick you up. No oversight. So I want you to be careful with this. I would encourage people who have mental health issues to get help. These are great resources here, but be really careful. And I say that because if you show up at a Baker Act facility and asking for help, you might well find yourself getting stuck and not able to get out. Partly because nobody actually knows you're there, and you're now cut off from the outside world. No access to a phone sometimes, no access to email, no access to the ability to actually go hire a lawyer. So I just caution you and just be careful with the Baker Act. So I'll post a link to the article. If you have any comments or questions or just don't agree with anything I've just said, great, post it. I respond typically within 24 hours. I read all the comments. I'm interested to hear what you have to say, and I want to do the best I can to answer your questions. If you like the video, I'd love a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out at least one, if not two videos every single day, so you can get the information that you need. So with that said, thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.